The excavation site on Kepler 442b hummed with activity as dozens of species worked under the pale orange sun. Dr. Licia Chen wiped the red dust from her visor, her eyes fixed on the massive stone tablet that had taken 3 weeks to unearth. The human archaeologist had traveled 17 light-years for this moment, part of the Galactic Archaeological Survey's most ambitious project yet. Fascinating, isn't it? Chittered Venkala, the Zenthari lead researcher, her crystalline manipulators dancing over a holographic display. The insectoid alien's compound eyes refracted the light into 1,000 tiny rainbows. We've cataloged over 47 distinct symbol sets from this civilization. But this tablet, this is unlike anything in our databases. Licia nodded, though her attention had already shifted to the intricate carvings. The symbols were weathered by millennia of wind and time, but still clearly visible, a series of angular marks arranged in neat rows across the 12-foot stone surface. The precursors left these ruins across 9 star systems. Venkala continued, her voice taking on the reverent tone that all xenoarchaeologists used when discussing the extinct civilization. But in 300 years of study, we've never seen this script. My translation algorithms are completely stumped. Have you tried? Licia began, but a voice interrupted her. Dr. Chen. There you are. Iris Nakamura jogged across the dig site, his environmental suit coating him in a thin layer of rust-colored dust. The young linguistics expert had only joined the expedition 2 months ago, fresh from completing his doctorate at the Mumbai Institute of Xenolinguistics. Where Licia was methodical and patient, Iris was energy incarnate, always moving, always questioning. Iris, perfect timing, Licia said, gesturing to the tablet. We could use your expertise. The young man's eyes widened as he approached the monument. Venkala projected the holographic recreation, rotating it so they could examine every angle. The symbols glowed soft blue against the Keplerian sky. The precursors were a highly advanced civilization, Venkala explained to Iris. They vanished approximately 50,000 years ago, leaving only ruins and artifacts. But this language, she made a gesture of frustration with 4 of her limbs. Completely unprecedented. We've run it through every linguistic database in the Galactic Library. Nothing matches. Iris stepped closer, tilting his head at an odd angle. Licia recognized that look. She'd seen it countless times during their voyage. It was the expression he wore when his mind was racing faster than his mouth could keep up. May I? He asked, gesturing to the hologram controls. Venkala acquiesced with a wave. Iris manipulated the projection, zooming in on specific symbols, then pulling back to view the whole. His fingers moved rapidly, isolating characters, rearranging them on a separate display. You're wasting your time, rumbled Thork, the Bovidian security chief, from where he stood guard nearby. The massive bull-like alien rarely spoke, making his interruption notable. The Zenthari translation matrix is the finest in the galaxy. If it cannot decode the symbols, they are undecipherable. Maybe, Iris murmured, still manipulating the display. He rotated the entire tablet projection 180 degrees. Then he laughed. It was not the polite chuckle of someone who'd made a minor discovery. It was the full, unrestrained laugh of genuine amusement. Every alien in the vicinity turned to stare at the human. Iris? Licia moved closer, concerned. What is it? Look, he said, still grinning, pointing at the now inverted hologram. These symbols aren't unknown. They're not even alien. Venkala's antennae quivered with what Licia had learned to recognize as irritation. I assure you, Dr. Nakamura, our scans have been thorough. It's the Latin alphabet, Iris interrupted, his voice filled with wonder. Backwards. Silence fell over the excavation site like a physical weight. Impossible, Venkala said flatly. The precursors predated human civilization by tens of thousands of years. The mathematical probability of it's not convergent evolution of language, Licia breathed, suddenly seeing what Iris saw. Her hands flew across her own display, pulling up Earth's linguistic records. Look at this. That symbol there, inverted, it's a capital E. And that one beside it, oh my God. But that would mean... Venkala's voice trailed off, the implications too staggering to voice. Iris was already translating, his fingers flying across the holographic keyboard. It's not just backwards, it's mirrored. Like writing reflected in water. Give me a moment. The excavation site had gone completely silent now. Workers from a dozen species had abandoned their tasks to watch the 2 humans work. Even Thork had stepped closer, his massive head tilted in curiosity. "Got it," Iris said finally, projecting the translated text for all to see. The message was simple, written in clear English. "To whoever finds this, we were here. Earth colony, ship Prometheus, year 2847. We seeded 9 worlds with human culture before the drive failed. This is our legacy. We are the precursors you seek. We are your ancestors. Captain Sarah Chen," signing off. Lycia's legs nearly gave out beneath her. She read the name again. Chen. Her family name. The family name that genealogical records traced back thousands of years but no further. The origin lost in the murky gaps of pre-Exodus history. This can't be. Venkala's translator struggled to capture the alien's distress. "The precursors," Iris said softly, looking at Lycia with eyes full of wonder and understanding. "Weren't aliens at all. They were human. Your ancestors, our ancestors, went to the stars long before the history books say we did. They built an empire across 9 systems, then vanished. And when humanity evolved again on Earth, we forgot. We forgot we'd already done this once before." "The long silence," Lycia whispered, referring to the 3,000-year gap in Earth's historical records. The period when something, war, plague, collapse, had nearly ended human civilization. What if it wasn't just Earth? What if the colonies fell too? And we rose again, Iris finished, only to discover ruins that we built ourselves. Venkala was already transmitting the discovery to the Galactic Council. Within hours, it would reshape everything the galaxy knew about humanity's place in the cosmos. The mysterious precursors, the civilization that every spacefaring race studied and revered, had been human all along. Lycia placed her hand on the ancient stone, feeling the connection across millennia. "We thought we were the newcomers," she said, "the youngest species in the galaxy. Turns out," Iris replied with a slight smile, "we've been here all along. We just forgot to read our own writing right side up." Above them, the orange sun continued its arc across the alien sky, casting long shadows over ruins that were finally coming home. The end.